Thank you. So we're moving around, feeling the body, that push and pull of your relationship, of this existence together.
Make sure you get that lean back too. Just stretch out through the neck, through the jaw. And then slowly coming out of that and releasing the hands. Bring the hands to rest onto your own knees or your partner's knees. And then we're just going to slowly let the foreheads come together.
So ever so gently, seeing how slowly you can come into contact.
And you might notice when you get there that you feel the urge to gently move the forehead against your partner. You might stay in stillness. Wherever you are, just tuning into that subtle body connection between you. And then gently peel away. As you flutter your eyes open, keep the gaze nice and soft. Just taking in your whole aura of your partner.
So we'll just do a little bit of reflecting here on this whole month from the seed, sprout growth, and now we're blooming now. So just consider what has bloomed in your relationship this month. What has shifted? If there is anything, just take a moment to consider that, and just always good to honor your relationship and what has blossomed or bloomed in this month. So take a moment now and share that with your partner if there's anything that you feel has shifted.
And we'll give you a minute here, each person, so you can go ahead and get started, one person. And again, just noting what has bloomed or shifted this month in your relationship. Just taking the next few moments to close down your share. You can thank your partner. And then go ahead and just switch roles here. So again, just tuning into what has bloomed or shifted this month in your relationship. So anything at all, it could be really small, it could be big. Just taking the next few moments to finish your share. Thanking your partner. And then we'll follow this up with a question creative question for you, which is, what is one gift that you can give to your partner that enhances the beauty of your love? So I'll repeat that again. What is one gift that you can give to your partner that enhances the beauty of your love?
So get creative with it. It doesn't have to be a tangible item. It can be a simple emotion or something that you can do for them.
And we'll start the share. Each person will have a minute, and you'll just talk for yourself. What is a gift that you can give your partner? Take in the next few moments to finish your share. And thanking your partner, and go ahead and switch. Finishing up your share here. Just take the palms together, bowing into your partner. And as you peel back, we'll just start to turn around so that you're back to back.
So you can stretch your legs out and shake them out. Then coming back to back with your partner. And you can have your legs crossed or just straight out, but we want to come forward first. Walk your hands forward and then scoot back so that you're really touching through your sit bones there. And slowly come back to back. You might feel that you're being supported there on your lumbar. And there might be a little bit of space between your lower backs there that helps create a nice posture. And just noticing how you can come in contact but not leaning into each other. So just a soft contact here. Exhale all the air out. Feel a little tuck in the low belly. And take a full breath together, feeling that energy move up the spine all the way to the crown of the head. Exhale out a sigh. Just feeling this energy, the breath together. Inhale, fill the lungs. Exhale, let it all go. One more deep breath together. Feel that connection to the back of the heart as you exhale. Just let any tension go in your shoulders, your jaw, your face. Feel this support and connection with your partner. And you can start to bring in some movement here. Just organic movement. Again, feeling this theme of the month of just being part of nature. We're all part of this web, weaving together this energy that we can create. And then just walking your hands forward, come away from your partner. And we'll come onto our knees. So child's pose with your toes touching. So sit back on your heels, walk your hands back by your sides, and maybe you can even touch fingertips here.
And as you tune into the earth and let the forehead drop down, it's reconnecting with the very beginning of our series where we started as a seed, and just feel that beginning potential energy of the seed and your intentions as a couple, that curiosity from the beginning stages of this month.
And from here, we'll slowly bring the hands up next to our chest and coming up into a tabletop. Hands and knees, and just start to move around organically again, moving into that sprout stage. So as we come out of the seed and break through, find different limitations that we might have that we can break through to start to grow and find new ways to connect. So as you move your hips around in big circles, just think of that metaphor of the sprout breaking through the crust of the earth, starting to find the sun with the right water, nutrients.
And then from here, tucking the toes, allow the hips to pop towards the sky, so pressing up like a plant growing towards the sun, feeling that growth, the hips rising, the legs lengthening. And you can just walk the feet out, just feeling that length through the legs, through the back, and connecting into the growth of a plant, reaching towards the sun.
Then start to take little baby steps toward the hands, and then the hands walk toward the feet. Coming into a forward fold, just shake out the arms, the head. And so this final phase of blooming, we're going to slowly curl up to stand. So as we uncurl, just feeling that blooming of the heart, blossoming of your chest. Roll the shoulders back and down a couple times once you're up. And we'll just walk back and find a connection with your partner's fingertips. So just the fingertip grip here. We'll step the right foot forward and the left foot back. So come into a lunge. Really open and bloom through the heart here as we reach out to the sides, and maybe you can even reach up toward the ceiling. So only doing what feels right for your body. Communicate. If it's too much to bring the arms up, just bring them out to the side. Just feel that nice opening in the heart, the blooming, the blossoming of this love and connection. Slowly release the arms if you lifted them. And find an easy way to switch the feet. So left foot forward, right foot back. And find the arms either out to the sides or maybe up toward the ceiling. Sink into that front knee, nice strong back leg. Maybe gazing up if that feels good. Again, breathe into the heart, deep breath. Exhale, let it all out. Softly release the arms if they lifted. And then just bring your feet back together. And we'll take a different grip here with the thumbs facing out. Nice strong grip here as you start to walk away and feel this nice blossoming of the heart together. So you're using each other's body weight to trust and lean away. Open your heart. Again, feel that breath opening with each inhale, surrendering with each exhale. One more deep breath here. And softly release. Bend your knees and come down to a forward fold. You'll re-grip onto the forearm of your partner and let the head dangle, shake it out, and then lean away from your partner. So you might need to come closer or further away so that you can really feel that release in the back and the hamstrings. The neck is relaxed. One more full breath here.
And slowly inhale, coming back up to standing. Take a moment to recenter yourself. You can shake out the legs and the arms, finding your own breath, your own center here. And we'll come into a really beautiful way to support your partner in getting nice, gentle back bend. So we're focusing on the heart opening, that blossoming of the flower of the heart tonight. And this is a nice way to come into this with your partner. You're just going to come back to back, and I'm going to demo it first. I'm going to bring my hands down towards my legs, down my thighs, and I'm going to slowly walk away from my partner. So Lok is dropping his weight into me. I'm bracing my thighs here. And as I walk away, he's getting a back bend, and he can just keep adjusting so that it's perfect for him. And his arms can come overhead. So the back bend is more in the upper back or the mid back, so not so much in the low back. So just keep adjusting yourself till you feel really good in the pose.
And you can do whatever you like with your arms. They can just be relaxed or reaching up. Just finding what feels good.
And then as you're ready, we're gonna start to walk it back. Just take your time, go nice and slow. And again, you're probably gonna just need to recenter, find that breath. Let's do a ha breath, deep breath in. Ha. And then we'll switch roles here.
So I'm going to walk forward a little bit, bend my knees, bring my hands to my knees, and start to curl forward. Maybe my elbows come to my knees. And then she's just going to adjust where it feels good for her back. So she's scooted way up so that my sacrum's in her shoulder blades now. So just depends where it feels good for you.
And then the arms can be by the side or they can be overhead. If you want a deeper stretch here. Just making sure that you're getting the stretch in that mid back to upper back, not in the low back.
And slowly walking your hands back up your legs, walk back together. Find that back-to-back connection. So we'll come down to the ground here, and some of you might want to use your hands and just come down, or you can try to lean into each other. This is always the classic trust exercise. So you can start to bend into a chair pose. Maybe walk your feet a little further away. Just have your hands there as landing gear as you come down. And just bringing the feet together here, we'll both come into Baddha Konasana and just start to rock from side to side. So keeping connected if you can, just rocking. Little extra bonus if you want to bring the forearms into your own thighs and do a little massage on yourself here as we rock. And slowly scooting back so that your low backs are touching here. And coming into that beautiful connection of the spine. Feeling the warmth, the love coming from the heart, loving kindness, filling this sphere surrounding both your bodies as your energies connect.
From here you can place the feet down on the floor. So perhaps the women, you can follow me here. The women are going to put their feet on the floor. The men are going to come into Baddha Konasana. And then women, go ahead and start to use the hands to press your low back into your partner. Walk the feet closer towards the sit bones. And then you can bring the hands overhead to get a nice back bend. And that back bend is going to also support your partner to fold a little bit more deeply into this Baddha Konasana position.
So communicate and check in if it feels good, if they want more or less pressure.
One other option, I'll just demo it, is taking a pillow behind your head. And then as you're ready, slowly coming out of the pose, back to center. And we'll go the other direction now. So women coming into Baddha Konasana. And then starting to gently fold forward, going nice and slow. The men are just going to support here with their weight. And always letting them know if it's too much.
Always checking in, let your partner know. If you can always support your head if it's too much on the neck. Take a deep breath together. Inhale, fill the lungs. And then the person who's women will just walk back.
Might feel some energy rushing through the adductors, through the thighs as you come back. Again, just tuning in with that connection, partner, sacral connection, back of the heart connection, all the way up to the crown. Bring the palms to your heart center, and we'll close down this practice with the sound ha on the exhale. Take a nice deep breath in. Ha. Ever so gently, just allow your bodies to peel away from each other. Just noticing different sensation as you come into your own body. And as we prepare for the massage part of the night, just take a moment to really track inside your body. How are you feeling? What's your current mood? Is there any part of the body that you feel like you want extra attention or feels more vulnerable and you want to have just a little bit more protection around that area when you start to receive? So just feeling into that for yourself. And then we'll just get the space set up here. So get your blanket set up over your mat. And if you do have salve, you just want to get a salve close by so it's easy. If you have a pillow for your neck, we're going to be doing a little bit of side lying. So get yourself a pillow that you can feel comfortable lying on your side. Taking a moment to have a sip of water if you need. And then whoever would like to receive first, you can just start to share with your partner here anything that you'd like them to know about as you begin this practice, anything that you want them to just be aware of in your body or in your energy right now. So I'm going to receive first, and I'm just going to lie down on my back. We'll make sure the pillow's close by.
So kneeling at the feet of the receiver as a giver, just start to center your energy. Bring the palms together at the heart. Rub the palms and feel that energy, chi, prana, cultivating from the heart. Slowly pause, separate the palms. Bring that loving kindness as we come down and find that first touch. Our partner very softly, perfect fit around the ankles. Noticing the breath. And from here, I'll just start to thumb on the arch of the foot. So I'm going to go from side to side, left to right. And here I'm just pressing my thumb softly into the arch of the foot as I move from the heel toward the toe, about 3 different points here. Saying hello to the feet. Always good to start with the feet as we move that energy up toward the head. Do 3 more points in the center of the foot, so starting close to the heel. Again, I'm just rocking from side to side. My whole torso is moving as I make this a dance of presence and love. Sharing love with each point that I touch in with, seeing how softly I can enter and how slowly I can release out of that pressure. Beautiful. From here, we'll start with one leg. So I'm going to start with the leg that's further away from the screen. Just lift the leg up and place the heel on my shoulder. So I'm going to lean forward and just place that heel right on your shoulder. Then you can start to walk your knees forward, and you can encourage their knee to bend here. So I'm coming into walk on all the way forward and find a nice stretch here on the hamstring. So it's kind of like a happy baby. So her knee is bent. I'm just leaning into that. You can check in, take a deep breath together, and then exhale, provide some pressure and ask if they want more or less. Maybe one more time, inhale, release any pressure, and then exhale, maybe go a little deeper. Nice. From here, we're just gonna grab the ankle, move that arm out of the way if it's there. I'm gonna pivot 90 degrees. So now I'm facing toward the screen and facing toward her hips. I'm gonna lunge across her opposite leg with my right foot. placing her leg on my knee or my thigh. So we call this the one leg hammock. And those of you that have been with us for a few months, we've done this sequence, so it's a good one to practice again. So this one is great because we can start to just roll out the calf. So if my thigh is a lot taller than hers, I can just step further out so that I can get a nice roll, and my thumbs can go in that soft tissue on the outside of the shin. And then I can roll down toward the ankle. See how I'm moving her leg along my thigh and then moving it back up, so that the whole time I'm just rolling out that calf muscle. There's two muscles back there. And of course, just communicate if it's ever too much. Nice. Great way to get the calf muscle. And then from here, we'll do what we call the Russian dance. So just make sure the back of the knee is on your thigh. I'm going to place both hands down on either side. And I'm just going to bring my right knee down as I bring my left knee up. So I just switched my position so that my right knee down. So one knee down, the other knee back up. And then you can just kind of hug the hip here. So I'm going to bring my one forearm behind her back and just rock the back and feel her spine, feeling the muscles along the spine. So I'm encouraging a little twist here. And I'm just getting really close and intimate as I kind of hug her. And then I can even interlace my hands and feel this hip bone here and just do little circles around the hips with my hands. So I'm squeezing with my hands, just getting around that hip bone. Feels really good to just massage and squeeze both sides of the hip. Beautiful. Nice. From here, we'll reach for their opposite arm. So reach back across and then encourage them to roll on to their side. So I'm tractioning the whole time, and then I can make sure her head is supported with the pillow. Just have her come on to this side. And then I'm going to bring my left knee underneath, close to my right knee. So I can lift this thigh. And so I'm kneeling and I'm providing support for her thigh here. So I'm now on the front side of her body, and we can just start to pound out this outer line of the leg. So up into the hip, along the IT band, maybe some chops, and then just softly down the shin, outer side. Nice. Now that you've kind of warmed up that area, we can use one forearm to get into that hip bone. So they can just, if you can't access that, just scoot over a little bit to the side so that she's more on her side and toward the belly. And then you can really get into these juicy points in the glutes. So again, using the flat part of my elbow, and I'm moving in gentle circles here. You can do the seesaw with your arm. Sometimes you find the jumpy points, so communicate there and try to go slowly so you don't startle them, because there's some pretty sensitive areas in there. Nice. We'll use both forearms together. You can make a little prayer position with your palms and just rock along this outer thigh very slowly. It doesn't take a lot of pressure here, and they might feel also they're getting both sides of the leg here as you press down. Nice. If they roll toward their belly, just encourage them to roll more back on their side. We'll do one last one here where we're just going to bring that foot in our lap now. So I bent her knee, so her whole leg is now in my lap. From here, I'm just gonna bring my one hand behind her back, right by her sacrum. So I reach over, and then I'm gonna reach over with the other arm and kind of pivot so I can hug her whole back. So I'm over there hugging like this with both forearms, the whole spine. And then just feeling that, it's a nice compression with the knee. And then I can tuck my toes and sit back and just do a little rocking. We call it playing the piano, where my fingers are along the edge of her spine. So the upper side of the spine, I'm creating more space. Just gentle rocking. Releasing any stuckness between the vertebrae here. And we'll end with a little neck traction on this side. So bring one hand to the bottom of the skull, other hand to the top of the shoulder, and then just provide a little traction here. So one hand is pressing up, other hand is pulling down on the shoulder, creating a little space there on the neck. Nice. From here, we'll just slowly lift the knee up and roll them slowly onto their back. I'm going to support under the knee as I straighten the leg. See better. Okay, so we'll move to the other leg, and maybe you can see the other side of what we couldn't see on that side. So I'm going to lift the leg up, just make sure they're straight, and receivers, just notice the difference between the two sides. So I'm placing her heel on my shoulder, and as I lift up, some people like to keep the leg straight, so it's up to you, but I think that with the knee bent, you can get a different stretch. So I'm just going into that where I feel there's a little bit of resistance, and then deep breath together. Exhale, deepening into that stretch. One more deep breath. Beautiful. I'm gonna bring my knee down by her hip, and then pivoting, I'm gonna step my other thigh across. Maybe you can do it this way. We'll see how this works. So, starting to rock out the calf muscle, so nice rolling out. All the way down toward the ankle and then back up. Again, the thumbs can come into that outer muscle along the shin. Nice. Then bringing the back of the knee onto your thigh. We do the Russian dance. So both hands down, switch your knees. So one knee down, other knee up, and they should come into a twist. And again, I'm just going to hug underneath and encourage the twist, not too much, not just staying gentle. And my hand is just going along the spine here. Just little gentle rocks, encouraging a twist here. You can interlace the fingers around that hip bone. Start to do little circles. Pressing into both sides of the hip. So it's the as-is bone that really sticks out. See if you can get around that with both of your palms. And create a little bit of space there. Nice. From here, I'll grab the arm. Do a little traction. So I'm pulling the arm toward me as I roll her onto her side. Again, you can have the pillow there for the support. And then I'm bringing both knees, so I'm kneeling underneath her thigh. There we go. Nice. So again, my knees are together now and I'm supporting her thigh. You can start to pound out that outer line. Start softly. And then once you feel where the soft tissue is, you can get a little more aggressive in the hip area. Chopping on the IT. And then soft fist on the lower leg. And just brushing that. You can come into these points in the glutes. Again, you want to go really slow here as you enter into the glutes, because again, there's a couple of jumpy muscles in there. So you want to find a way to go in slowly and find ways to release. If you go in too fast, they might react. Again, communicate with your partner. If you find a good spot, let them know. Stay right there and hang out. Ask for what you'd like. Make sure you're getting what you need here in this relationship. And then bringing the palms together, we can seesaw the both forearms as we rock down the IT. Again, this can be sensitive, so just checking in. Nice. And then bending her knee, so bringing the foot in your lap. So nice knee bend. Again, if people have knee issues, just be really careful here. You don't want to put too much pressure on this. So one hand comes behind, other hand, and I just walk my knees so I kind of pivot so I'm now perpendicular. You could just stay here with the hands or get a little closer and hug with your forearms. Really squeeze it in. I'm tractioning her spine, imagining more space here. And I'm tucking my toes as I sit back on my heels and then doing a little rocking. And I'm finding the spine and I'm using my fingers to create more space in that little groove between the spine and the erector muscles. Again, I'm trying to just rock from my center and not use my arms. So I just fix my fingers and do a little pivoting here. Rocking, rocking. All along the spine. Nice. And then we'll go for the neck traction. So one hand presses into the back of the skull. Other hand is on the top of the shoulder, and I'm just going to lean back. Ideally, both arms are straight as you create more space for the neck. Nice deep breath here. And softly release, and then just brush all the way down that leg, out the foot. And seeing how slowly you can lift their knee and roll them onto their back. You can lift their arm and then support under the knee as you straighten the leg. We'll just come to stand and shake out the hips, straightening out the legs. And then we'll come up, and this is where we might use a little salve. So if you want to grab your oil or salve, if you have it, just have that ready. And first we'll just use our feet So pressing into the tops of the shoulders with your feet. And this can be really nice and releasing stress from those shoulders. And then I'm going to just press into one side, watch her head turn to that side, and then press into the other side, making the head kind of rock from side to side, seeing how slowly you can go from side to side. Nice. One more time to each side. And then we'll grab some oil or salve on our fingertips. So it doesn't take much here. And I'm just going to straighten my legs and then reach underneath, and my fingers go across to the opposite side of the neck as I apply the oil or salve along the neck, and I'm just doing this raking motion up the back of the neck and the scalp. This is one of my favorite moves to receive, so going really slow, and again you can go all the way up the back of the head past the hairline as you create more space and caress the back of their neck. Couple more strokes here. And then both hands at the same time, reaching up the back of the head. We'll just do a little bit of the face massage, bringing the palms together like a butterfly and just pressing down on the forehead, smoothing out the forehead and moving toward the temples. A little massage with your hands on the temples and off the side of the head. We'll use all four fingers together to get just under the cheekbone as you slide from the nose out to the masseter muscle, the jaw muscle. Once you're on the jaw muscle, you can feel it's a kind of a bunch of muscle there, and you can bring all fingers together with your thumb and just do gentle circles on the jaw muscle there, helping to release the jaw. And if they're tensing here, you can help them release. And the last thing is just pinching gently along the chin and the cheek, and then moving toward the ears. So really softly with your thumb and fingers, massaging the outer edges of the ear, moving all the way up toward the top of the ear, getting in those grooves. All the points, acupressure points of the body are in the ear, so you can literally massage the whole body by just getting into the ears. And of course, to finish here, we'll do the shampoo. So getting into the claw with your fingers and really seeing if you can try to move their scalp. So not just doing a shampoo, you're actually feeling the scalp, the skin of the scalp move on the skull. And feeling how you're just invoking loving kindness into their crown. Feeling the energy of this crown chakra as you massage. As a receiver, visualize this bright light coming out the top of the head. And we'll finish with just bringing the thumbs to the third eye, so both thumbs together. Feeling that wisdom, third eye as you slowly slide up toward the hairline, up the forehead, along the center of the skull, out the top of the skull. Bringing the hands into this lotus mudra, lifting the arms up, feeling this divine energy. Feel that light, bring it to your heart, and then pouring it over your partner here. And this time, let's just lay down with our partners. So get really close, and you can just cuddle down with them. Give them a little hug, and then check in if there's any words that you want to share. Just cuddle. Just sharing any gratitude that you might have.
And receivers, when you're ready, you can start to roll over to your side, pressing yourself up. You need a sip of water, you can rehydrate. Just noticing how you feel after that session. What felt really good. And then let's see if we can invoke that for our partner now as we shift gears. And the other person now is going to get to receive. I think I'll face this way. So make sure that you have that pillow for the neck nearby. And those of you that are lying down now, just making sure that you've shared anything important with your partner. Start here by bringing the palms together at your heart center. Close down the eyes. Just settle into the support of the earth as you start to rub the hands together, creating this heat and chi between the hands. And setting an intention for this session. Perhaps it's the gift that you're going to give your partner. It's the gift that you're going to give them right now. And then gently bringing the hands down. First touch, resting into your partner's ankles. Just feeling that easy connection. The hands molding into the shape of the feet. And we're going to just do one line here, walking up the central line of the foot from the bottom of the heel, just below the ball of the foot, just 3 points up the center line. So you'll just take the thumbs, you can support the upper foot with your fingers. And we'll take a deep breath in. On the exhale, drop the weight down into the thumbs, settling into that first point. The exhale pulls you out of the pose slowly. And then you're going to just move up to point 2, right in the middle. Take a deep breath in and then exhaling. Settling in. You can send that loving kindness through your fingers, through your thumbs, and let it shine all the way up to the crown of their head. Exhaling, gently coming out of the point, third point. just below the ball of the foot, center of the foot, and exhale. Soft gaze, watching the breath rise and fall through your partner's torso. And then exhaling, coming back. Good. So from here, we'll work on their left leg, so the leg that's to your right to begin. And I'll just take the heel, start to lift the leg. And you can support the opposite thigh here as you come into a hamstring stretch. I'm taking a lunge here with my right leg as I stretch, using that heel on my shoulder to do the work. So just leaning in without having to push. Partner just letting the breath release and then gently coming out. Good. Switching hands here to support the heel. I'm going to take my left leg and lunge over my partner. And from here, I'm set up to work on the calf muscle. So I'm just going to roll out the calf muscle here. And you can use the meaty part of your palm here on that outer leg line to just roll out the calf muscle. So you can see I'm getting into all parts of the calf by moving my thigh up and down the leg. So we're really getting in here with a nice rhythm to release the calf. We're also getting that outer leg line with this work. Beautiful. And from here, we're going to do a Russian dance. So what I'm going to do is take that upper knee, bring it down to the floor, and then raise the other knee up. Russian dance. From here, you're in this beautiful position to access your partner's back. And we can just start to take the hand underneath the back. And we're just giving a little bit of pressure alongside the spine here and deepening the stretch. As we come up, the hands are going to clasp around the hip bone, and we'll just start to take some circles. So because this is your partner, you can just let your body just fall right onto your partner and just taking some nice circles. That's what I love about this partner series that we're doing, is we get to make it as intimate as we want and just use our body weight, other direction. Beautiful. Good. So from here, take your partner's hand and we'll start to bring them over to sideline position. If you haven't already, find that pillow. You can take them here. And then I'm going to take my right knee and bring it over to my left so that I am supporting my partner's thigh. So I'm getting support for them to rest easily on me. And I'm going to just start to pound here. So wanting to stay on the soft tissue, go ahead and get into the glutes. And just working your way down that outer leg line. Just feel that thick band, the IT band. We'll just work around bony prominences and then up through the glutes again. Beautiful. If you're on the same side with me, then we'll go ahead and take that right forearm and bring it into the glutes. So try to keep it flat so you're not pointy here, but a nice kind of flatter range here. And we're going to just drop the weight down through the forearm and use this rocking motion. So we've been here before, and we're just going to rock from the elbow towards the wrist Taking a few points here in the glutes. So see if you can just tune in with your partner's energy. And you might find some sensitive areas. You might do a little circles here. Lovely. Just get creative and playful here. See if you can just follow your intuition. How does the body want to move? How does the body want to be connected with? And exhaling, coming out. We're going to use both forearms now to just do that same motion down the leg. So again, just using that easy motion of rocking. We'll rock with our forearms down the leg. Using your own breath here to support your partner to release and unwind. Beautiful. And then from here, take your partner's ankle and then bend their knee so that you bring their shin in front of your belly. So they're all tucked into you. And from here, we're going to take that right hand down to the back. So kind of behind the sacral area is where the first hand is going to go down. And then the second hand is going to go down around the mid-back. So I'm going to bring his knee towards his torso to where it's comfortable, not overstretching, but just to where it's nice and firm. And then here I can take my hands and hug that back. And once I get into that hugging position, you can do a little bit of rocking, wagging the tail. Good. Stay here for a second, babe. I'm just going to move one thing. I'm just going to move the screen down so they can see us a little better. Okay. Good. So from here, we're going to just, what we call this is play the piano. So I want you to just feel above that spine. So right above the spine in that groove, we're going to take the fingers starting at the low back, and then we're going to just keep the arms nice and straight and do a little bit of rocking. Okay, so we're not rolling over the tissue. We're just taking our fingers into the point, and then we're rocking up the spine. So this is just a nice, soothing way of working the back, working the tissue, coming all the way up to the upper back. Just seeing how rhythmic and easeful that can be. Beautiful. And while we're here, we're going to work the neck as well. So you want to take that left hand and then just placing that right around the hairline. The right hand's going to come to support around at the kind of traps area. And we're going to do a traction here. So nice deep breath in. The traction is going to push the skull away as we pull the shoulder towards us. Beautiful. Releasing that traction. We're going to roll our partner out now. So if their arm is overhead, you can help them bring that arm back and slowly support that hip coming back, nice and slow. And hands underneath the knee, holding onto the ankle, will just release the leg back down to place. You can let go of the pillow under the head if you want to, or you can keep it there. So receivers, just noticing the effect of that practice. Givers, you can take the feet and just shake the legs side to side. You're good. Okay. You're okay. And then from here, let's go to work on the other side now. So lifting up their right leg. We'll start to walk it in. The heel is going to rest right here on onto your shoulder. Good. And then from here, lunging with the left leg, the right hand can support that opposite thigh as you just come into a nice hamstring stretch. So again, just really try to use your body weight here to do the work, but you don't have to really effort to get that deep stretch for your partner. Beautiful. Exhaling, coming out of the pose. Let's support underneath the knee and the ankle. And we're gonna come into our one-legged hammock. So right knee is gonna come across in a lunge, and you're just gonna support their calf muscle to rest right onto your thigh. So again, just using the meaty part of your palms here, we'll roll it out, rolling out that outer leg line as you roll that calf muscle right over your own thigh. So this is just a simple way of getting the calf muscle that can be really deep. It can be very intense, so just being careful to work with your partner at their threshold and moving up and down that calf muscle. Beautiful. Good. So as you complete that, we're going to do the Russian dance here. So right knee down and left knee up if you're on the same side as me. And as you get there, you'll notice that your partner comes into a twist. Let's take the left hand underneath the back, and we're just going to go alongside the spine. So just go ahead and place the hand next to the spine, and you can see I'm just doing a gentle rocking alongside the spine, all the way down to the sacrum. You can bring the hands around that hip bone, and then just start to find some circles here. Getting some movement here that perhaps is a little bit new, a little different for your partner. Circling in one direction, circling in the other direction. Beautiful. Let's take their opposite hand and then just tractioning them over to the side. You're going to take your left leg to meet the right so that both legs are now underneath your partner's thigh. Good. Scoot a little bit this way. Good. Once you get here, let's just pound it out. So getting into the glutes. And just as much as possible, just staying in the soft tissue, staying off of any bony prominences, and then going down the leg, pounding it out. And we'll get into the glute now with that forearm, so close to the elbow. We're going to use that part as our tool here. And you can just settle in so it's comfortable for your body to rest in. And we'll just do that seesaw movement. So moving from elbow towards the wrist, getting that nice broad stroke into the glutes. You might even do some circling, so just finding that nice circling motion. Supporting your partner to just release and unwind through some of these thickest muscle groups of the body. What can we let go of? What can we release? Beautiful. Good. From here, taking the forearms, and we'll work down that outer leg line. And just using your body weight. You can see it's really a dance. I'm just using that rocking motion to do the work. Finding a rhythm that works for your body and your partner. Just making sure that you're not pressing over their threshold. And coming up and down that leg line. Beautiful. Good. From here, let's take that ankle and bend the knee so that their shin is in your lap. Good. So from here, you're just going to take your left hand down towards the low back, close to the sacrum. Right hand's going to come over so that you're more at the mid back. Good. And then just even yourself out so that you're keeping your partner in this nice stretch of the knee towards the torso. We can take the arms around to hug, and then you can just wag the tail. Wag your own tail. Beautiful. Releasing that, keeping that tension here of the knee towards the chest. We'll play the piano. The fingers are going to go right above the spine. Straight arms and just rocking. So you can even close down the eyes here and just feel the rhythm as you walk your fingers up the spine. It's like you're rocking a baby to sleep. Just keep rocking up the spine. And we bring more balance and ease for our partner's body. All the way up. Good, and then when you come up to the neck, you can actually lengthen their arm down long. I'm going to try that just to see if that gives a better stretch here. Right hand is going to come to the hairline. Left hand is going to come to the traps. And then we'll just give a nice traction here. Deep breath in, exhale. Press the head away, pull the shoulder down. Beautiful. Letting that arm twist back open, supporting underneath the knee and holding onto the ankle as you slowly lower them back down to the floor. Good. And you can just start to straighten them out, release the pillow. You might just stand up here and shake out the legs, evening out your partner as we prepare to do a little bit of neck work. So making sure that you have your salve nearby. Just taking a moment to gaze at your partner's face, shoulders, chest, heart. And then we'll take our feet on either shoulder. And then just start to press one shoulder and then the other. So nice and slow to start. We're just getting a little bit of movement here of the neck as we press one and then the other. Beautiful, brushing the feet off. Let's take the salve here into our hands and get a little bit of lotion or oil. And we're going to start to work out the neck here. So you can just take the neck and you're going to bring one hand underneath and cross over to the other side. And then we'll start to rake out the neck. So lengthening out the neck. We'll use one hand under and then the other. Just let it be nice and slow, like it's gonna last all night long. Just feeling that wave motion, that fluid state. Supporting your partner to feel held. Feel totally at peace and at ease. Beautiful. And then letting one hand support the back of the head, the other hand on the forehead, gently pressing the head down and lifting that back hand up. Good. We're going to work on the forehead here. So if you want to take the hands and then just create this nice butterfly position, supporting with the hands, using the meaty part of the hands to press the forehead down. And then we'll move that towards the temples and off. Beautiful. 4 fingers here. I'm going to come underneath that sinus area. You can just feel that cheekbone and bring the 4 fingers in. I like to do some gentle circles here as we move the fingers from the nose towards that masseter muscle. So as you get into the jaw, just allowing that to soften, finding that nice circling energy to release and then brush off. Moving to the chin, we'll just do some gentle pinches here on the chin. And up to the ears. So here you just bring all of that gentle, tender, loving kindness as you work the ears. Nice circles here on the ear. Bringing all of that beautiful sensitivity and love we've been cultivating. And then moving up to the scalp. You want to, if their hair is tied up, you might want to take out a hair tie, if you can, or loosen it up, and then we'll just come into the shampoo. So this is a really great way to release the tension of the scalp. I want you to bring the fingers into the scalp and go deep. Press into the scalp nice and deep, and then slowly see if you can move the skin of the scalp here. As you move the fingers in this kind of shampoo motion. So see how nice and deep and slow you can go as you work out the tissue of the scalp. Beautiful. Slowly bring the hands off. And then just bring the hands, palms together right above the third eye. Gently opening. Seeing this beautiful lotus flower in your hands. Lifting that bloom, lifting that flower, and then taking that flower and just spreading it towards your partner's heart. And then bringing the hands up wide, letting that energy of the bloom spread across your partner's body. Hands reach up towards the sky, and then just pulling that energy down the midline. And just gently gazing at your partner. If you want to come down so that you can take a moment to just cuddle with your partner. You can share any gratitudes that you have in this moment. If it feels like they want some space, you can just do that too. So just see what feels right. Let's take a moment here. And as you're ready, you can start to come back to seated, coming up nice and slow and tuning into how your body's feeling, noticing anything that shifted. So we're just gonna burn a little Palo Santo here for all of us as we complete with this practice. And we want to just give you an opportunity to come back into the space. And I know that was a pretty deep massage ending with the face, so it takes a little time to reintegrate and come back into being with others. So take your time.
And just have so much gratitude for all of you joining us that allow us to take this journey with you. And really, personally, I enjoyed the metaphor of the seeds into the blossoming and the blooming of the flower. So hope you guys enjoyed that journey. And again, these videos will be in a playlist for you all to use as much as you like. And we're here if you have any questions about the sequence, but really it's, just sharing loving touch. I hope that you guys can take what you've learned from this month and get more creative when you're touching each other and massaging each other. And that's really how we came up with a lot of this stuff. So just finding different ways to really love each other up and find what your partner really likes, and tuning into that.
Yeah, totally. So as we come to the end of our program for this month, we just want to thank you for joining us. And just to remind you all, we will be doing a 3-month program, and it's going to be September to November. So we'll get started that first week of September. We're just finalizing days and times right now for that. But we would absolutely love for you to join us for that. Please invite friends. We'll have a couple of intro nights that people can check out to get to know the work. And we wanted to just open it up at the end of this session tonight to hear from anyone, just to hear how their experience was, and how the session was for you this month. So if anyone wants to share, you can just unmute yourself or raise your hand, and I'd be happy to open you up.
It was a wonderful month. Thank you again. It's really become such an important part of our week, and in our relationship, it really keeps us in check. So we're just loving it. And is it okay if I tell people about your workshop really quickly?
Sure.
Right.
So we filmed a 2-hour workshop with Alok and Anjali, and it's on our website through Yoga Community. It's on NamaStream, and maybe I'll just send out a link to it. So it's going to be new content you haven't seen before. So while we're out on break, you'll have the opportunity to at least have access to that 2-hour program that you can watch several times once you downloaded it. So I'll put it on our little page so everybody can get to that, because that'll be a lot of fun. We'll miss you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's become, I was going to say it's become a habit, but it's a tradition now. It's the COVID tradition. And I hope that we can continue doing this. I like this forum. I like, I think this you know, brings everybody together in the evening, you know, I like that it kind of sets us up for the weekend. You know, my weekend starts on Thursday evening. Usually I'll do a few calls and stuff like that tomorrow. So, but it kind of gets us ready for the weekend and the time that we have together this weekend. We have together. So we're busy.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
It's fantastic, and thank you for bringing this tradition into
and
our
everybody that's
home.
out there
and
too,
all of
because
you.
You're all a part of it.
Yes.
So thank you.
Yes, Chris.
We have a matching shirt.
And Joanna that joined us this month. Thank you.
Together is the only way.
I like it.
I like
Joe, those guys have been there since the beginning. Yeah, it's great to see all your faces out there and see what you guys are getting out of it, and see that, you know, society is also, you know, in the same boat as we are, and, you know, we all need this. You know, it's great. Thank you for providing this.
Yes, thank you guys.
Thank you. Beautiful.
Love you guys.
Love it. Anyone else feel like sharing with the group?
Aw, so
We've
lovely.
got Chris and Joanna.
There you go.
I just wanted to thank everyone for participating and creating this energy that we get. So we also practice once a week, and that's been going really well, but it's different when everybody else is watching. So it made us commit to 2 times a week. It's really good. And we just really love this forum. Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah.
It's delicious.
Nice. That's what we're going for.
Yeah.
Juicy. Wonderful. Well, it's been such a pleasure. If anyone has any other shares, you can throw it in the chat box or send us an email. And we really would love to see you in the fall. And like Lisa said, we'll have that workshop available. People can check that out. They want to tune in more. And we hope that this just inspires you to just keep sharing the love with each other, keep evolving that beautiful way of sharing touch and connection, and just see what arises from there, what the spirit wants to actually cultivate together as a couple. So
yeah, and we'll be sending out a feedback form, of course, and we'd love it if you can give us some feedback, because we want to keep improving. So please do that for us. But let's close it down together with our Om. So wherever you are, just be comfortable, and if you'd like to close down the eyes and just feel this energy. Notice how different you felt from the beginning of this 90 minutes. Bring the palms to the heart. Exhale all the air out. Take a deep breath in. So much love and gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So much gratitude. We love you all. Thanks for being with us. Thanks for being part of the Hive.
Stay in touch to the Facebook group, and we'll definitely be sending you out more details soon.
Bye.
Bye.
So much love to you.
So much.
Bye. Bye.
Sleep well.